we all had a great connection, a human connection, because we had lived the same experiences, like being forced to leave your country.
Well, the fellowship program has been going on for 40 years, but this year we've changed it considerably to focus on journalists who are in exile. We don't know how many there are in exile, but we know the number is in the thousands. We brought journalists in from Haiti, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Venezuela, Kashmir, Afghanistan, and Belarus this year. And trying to figure out what would be the most advantageous program that we could do, we decided there was only one way to do it, and that was to ask them what they needed. So last fall I did a survey of about 40 or 50 journalists in exile, and they came away with several things. One is that they wanted legal training. Second thing is that they wanted data training, investigative reporting and editing training. They wanted to learn something about entrepreneurship, because many of them are building their news businesses here in America. And they wanted to know also how they can be resilient, how they can come to this country and be successful, and also how to deal with the stress that they felt. Some of them have been dealing with more than stress because of the situations that they were in. And so we put all of those things into one program, 1 month here at the Missouri School of Journalism.
Family.
The beginning, because this fellowship allows you to start your life anew, restart your life, to learn about American social, cultural, legal background, learn this new country and learn how to live here, making new friends, new connections, and open new opportunities.
Transformative.
And we all are trying to reinvent ourselves as humans, but also as professionals.
Rekindling.
Yes, I do.
I've learned a lot about the legal system, and I was very delighted to learn about intercultural shocks, and went to court to see how it works in real life was something. It had much more practical ways and meaning to what we learn in our classroom. And of course the training on security was very interesting, because I'm a survivor myself, and it was very interesting for me to grab some informations, new ones, old ones, and generally very useful, clues, tips, links, and documents to look for. And I have also in the back of my head that idea to put in place an NGO to work on two fields: journalist protection in Haiti and advocacy for democracy. So far it's very useful and interesting, and I consider myself as a lucky guy.
Empowerment.
It would be making a very great networking. With other fellows I had sad memories and also very joyful and happy memories. Let me start with the sad one. We were in Kansas City. While I was hearing the other fellows' stories and how they have been dealing with challenges in their countries and how they came to the United States and how the life is in here, it was so making me so sad, and it's a thing that I will never forget him. And because we are from different countries, different perspectives, different cultures, so all those problems and challenges that they faced were, making me crying. And the happiest thing that I faced with, I have had, with these nice fellows, I'm here, to learn from different culture. One part of the culture is language. I tried to learn some Spanish, and they taught me mamacita, papacita, papacito. Yeah. So we are all the time, using mamacita, papacita to each other in order to make fun, and most of the time, it's they're two magic words that make us laugh and make us be happy.
Adapted to the new environment. I wanted to learn a lot of things because this place is new for me, and I want to learn a lot about new place, work, or experience.
I think that the most that I am enjoying in this fellowship is the idea of create a community, because when you are outside of your country or you are far away, in some point you are losing relationships, you are losing network, you are losing everything. And here I feel that we are creating a community, we are creating our own network. So with people that have the same challenge than you. So this is pretty cool. I feel very grateful for that, because I feel that I am talking with people that knows very well that every single aspect of the life in the United States as a journalist that we are facing right now.
This is a program that has helped me rekindle my career in a very tough time.
They are so amazing and supportive people, and I really like to spend time with them. And I'm so grateful and so lucky to have been part of this group.
Life, I got the meaning of life again in this fellowship. I saw the resilience and hope in every fellow, and then I was like, wow, we have to continue with life.
I'm trying to make data skills one element of empowerment for the fellows, so that it can enhance their reporting, make them think about the other stories they could be doing with data. So I think it's just one element of how it can make us feel stronger about ourselves.
The most important is that you try something,
The fellowship is a way for them to find community, and that is so important for journalists that are trying to build their careers here, but also to know that after they leave, they will be able to go back to you guys and to have other people in the world that they can help them. So I will say that this fellowship is a community.
Well, this week is really about a number of topics, first of which was entrepreneurship. And whether you are going to be an entrepreneur yourself or you're going to be working in a large organization, you really have to think like an entrepreneur these days in order to solve people's problems and bring them a product or service that's going to solve those problems for them, and it's going to be something that they want. And it doesn't matter whether your customer is a reader or whether it's an editor or whether it's people that are subscribing to your newsletter. It helps to go through that kind of exercise to think about how you're going to make an entrepreneurial system work, and how do you test if it's going to work before you deploy a lot of money. We're also spending a fair amount of time talking about technology, because we find that globalization has really shifted things in the last 40 to 50 years. That's really technology that seems to be shaping our world today. So whether it's generative AI, whether it's 3D printing, whether it's new forms of videography, whether it's IoT, we're learning about all those things this week and today. we're also learning about topics such as climate change. So climate change is going to dominate a lot of our conversations and a lot of our politics, our geopolitics, and it's going to shape our lives in some big ways. So we're learning about the fundamentals of those things by visiting the University of Missouri's power plant. We happen to have a district energy system right here on campus to visit, as well as numerous experts here in town and on campus that can share their insights into how do we really make this transition to a renewable future.
This fellowship is a transformative ways or path for journalists to learn at the University of Missouri here in Columbia.
So the meaning of my name is happiness. So I would say that this fellowship brought happiness in my life. As I said that I'm a social person, I love to talking to people. So yeah, I mean meeting all these people and then like the experience of sharing the stories with them and they shared their stories and their interest with me. So it was amazing. Yeah, I felt happy.